Hey guys, it's Pri. I just wanted to come on here to show you guys a quick snippet of my process of a part of my process of market research and how to gather some ideas for your content using free tools. So I'm in this Google Doc right now, and I'm just going to start off with these examples of scenarios that I just came up with. They're a little bit silly, but it will help for the for this quick tutorial. So the first one is an ice cream product. These people are trying to come up with innovative flavors. They want to know how much of their audience actually likes what they're already doing, and they might want to, come up with some content around what they're doing now or what they want to be doing in the future to attract people to their offer. So I am in Google Forms right now, and I have already made a survey. You could just Google Google Forms, and then you could just build out a survey. It's super easy. I'm actually in the editing part right now, so I'll show you. So first, I'll just go through these questions. This is really quick. Like, do you like ice cream? Quick yes or no. If you don't like ice cream, why not? This is actually a short form answer, so they're able to write something in there. What type of ice cream do what type of ice cream flavors do you like? And this is, just some basic flavors. There's also other options, so I believe they're able to write their own in. If you could make up your own flavor, what would it consist of? And this is check boxes, so they can check more than one. So number one, you want to make sure that like you're asking questions that will lead you into number one, knowing more about your audience, and number two, coming up with some actual content based on what they want, what they say they want, and maybe a direction you can push them into if you are thinking of, rolling out new products or anything like that. So I'll just show you really quickly. It's super easy to edit. This was a checkbox one. I can maybe make this a drop down. So, and you want to also think about the questions themselves. What would they serve as? Like this is obviously a short answer, maybe a paragraph question, because you want to be able to get some actual feedback from them that is not just a yes or no or very like short answer. You want to like figure out what's going on in their brain, what the issues are, the pain points, so you will be able to address them in your content later on. So this is something you should maybe plan for while you're building out your form. Over here are some responses. So me and my friend actually took this so I can show you guys how it shows up. So here's a summary of everything. Okay, Forms lays this out for you guys. Google lays this out for you. So here's each question. You can see like a chart of it. So this is obviously, 50% is me, 50% is her. And here's some gold right here in that short answer question that we had. So they're telling you that they don't like ice cream because it's too cold, too sweet, hurts their teeth. Okay, so we're going to come back over here to this form. And again, this is just a part of my process. When something pops in my brain, I like to just write it down. So now we can talk about content of, maybe talking about which flavors are best for people with sensitive teeth. I know that sounds kind of silly, but that's just something that you want to fill in gaps with your content. You want to make sure that you are addressing the pain points that are coming directly from the audience's mouths. And here's the rest of the charts, and it'll also show you each question in itself, the responses, and then it'll show you each person's individual form. Okay, so it doesn't stop there. If you come over here to this little green icon right here, Google is going to, that was my old one, I'm going to close it out. Google is going to generate an entire sheet for you, an entire spreadsheet, which is great. So it'll show you each of the questions. It really gives you a great visual, especially if you are somebody who works in spreadsheets a lot. It'll show you each of the questions. You can maybe color code them. You can go through them, just one by one, depending on how you depending on how you structured your form, this could be, this is already super helpful, but this could be super duper helpful. So it does that automatically. And yeah, so that's that one. You know, and if you are trying to come up with, they were trying to come up with a new product, then obviously this question of if you can make up your own, you can go in there, you can see that caramel has been selected twice, cookie dough has been selected twice. So you'll want to, where am I? Write that down. Cookie dough and caramel are popular. That's just a note. And yeah, it looks kind of messy here, guys, but I'm going to show you how you can like structure this out, right? Okay. So we're going to head down here to example B, which is our makeup artist. She's a service provider, and her brand, like her brand message is that she wants to make people feel great about themselves through, obviously, her skill is her makeup. So she has some things down here already about her audience, her target audience persona. Her audience is ages 18 through 34, is predominantly women. These are cosmetic newbies and intermediate level. So she's looking for content that is already going to fit in with these folks up here because this is what she knows about them. But I'll show you, like, using these forms of how you can get even more information. This is on your audience. This is, you know, great basic stuff, demographics right here, but like we want to definitely get into the psychographics, you know, how they think, how they behave, everything like that, so we can come up with what we're going to say to these people. So we're going to use, is it Kira? Somebody help me out. I should be able to just Google that and know how to pronounce it, but I'm sorry, I'll do that in the next video. So I came over to Queera, and I basically just put in makeup issues, right? Because these people are, like we said, they're cosmetic newbies. So I put in makeup issues, and this first one is like, it's a really good place for us to start. How can I make my face look really feminine without makeup? I'm a 25-year-old woman with some hormonal issues, so my face looks masculine. Okay, right here, boom, it's her demographic already. So this, we're going to sift through this because this could give us some really good stuff. So we're going to go over here, and even in the title, you already have some ideas to come up with. Like, you know, let's just start over here where we can add more to this thing, right? Let's add a subcategory to say that they might have skincare issues, right? They might have low confidence, and they want to, and you know, how makeup can help this out, right? So I know some of the stuff is silly, but I'm just like doing this on a whim. So one of the topic ideas just based off of this question right here could be, you know, what are the best makeup products for, let's just say, acne prone skin, right? So I think that fits in with wanting to make people feel great about themselves. This person maybe being a cosmetic newbie or intermediate level, you know, they definitely want to feel great about their skin. They don't want to probably make it worse, and they're looking for some makeup products. So they're obviously, you know, newbie or intermediate because they don't have their makeup products already set. They maybe don't have their holy grail lineup or anything like that. So that's just one that can come out of that. And then we're going to go, you know, you could just go down through some of the responses. Some people said that, you know, it's hormonal, so you need to go through your doctor, you need to get on certain supplements and do diet. And while I agree with that, our makeup artist is not a medical professional, so she will not be addressing that. This person says the only makeup I wear is mascara, but I might just curl my lashes. Okay, so this is good because this person is basically talking about their skincare routine, but up here they said the only makeup they wear is mascara, and sometimes they just might curl their lashes and call it a day. So how about simple tips for getting a feminine look with your makeup? Again, I can clean up the way we word this, but you definitely just want to get the ideas down. We can go through this again, and then there's some questions on the side. Like, this is a treasure trove, okay? This is a treasure trove, guys. Maybe we can even get more specific and say, let's just talk about maybe, I don't know, foundation. Or I guess we do have to be a little more specific. What's it called? Makeup brushes. So, okay, here we go. What are the best makeup brushes? Literally, you could just literally copy and paste this. Like, literally, if you didn't feel like typing it out, you could just copy, paste. I'm just gonna make that black, because that's like perfect right there. This person they don't have their makeup brushes, so you're gonna give them your expertise. They're probably a newbie or intermediate level. You're gonna give them your expertise on the makeup brushes, and you can even go as far as to say the best makeup brushes for sensitive skin, right? Because you want people to feel great about themselves. So you don't want makeup brushes that are like poor quality, or it really is about knowing your audience. But if a part of your audience has skincare issues, then that's something that you definitely want to keep, you want to take into consideration, right? So tons of questions right here. I mean, just like laid out for you. And sometimes you definitely want to go through the answers because you don't want to be super repetitive. And obviously, it hasn't been said by you, so that's the difference. But you definitely want to make sure you can fill in some gaps. So, yeah, okay. So that is Quira or Kira, or we haven't come to that yet. So we're going to stick with our makeup artist girl, and we're going to go over here to another tool. It's called Answer the Public, right? And Answer the Public it is free, but you only get a few searches a day, and it's basically going to lay out in a more visually digestible format how what people are already searching for. And yeah, so let's try this. So we're gonna say makeup issues. I guess we're gonna use the same one from Quira. Want to make sure. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's see. And again, like, obviously it's free, but there's only a certain amount of searches you get in a day. So you definitely want to use them appropriately. And okay, so it's still loading fairly slow. And all right, for the sake of this video, I want to not, let's say, let's try to use a different new search. So I'm going to say makeup and skincare, maybe. Or no, let's just go back to our makeup brushes. How about our makeup brushes? Makeup brushes. And that guy talks to you. So hopefully it pulls up something a little quicker. Okay, boom, here we go. Now we're working with something. So you can see how Answer the Public is structured. It's pretty organized, especially if you have a lot of moving pieces in your content, your audience. Okay, so you can even see here. So makeup brushes, what makeup brushes are essential? What makeup brushes should I buy? This one breaks down the questions for you with the who, what, where's. Then we're going to go down here to the propositions. What makeup brush is for foundation? Makeup brushes to buy, makeup brushes to have, to use. So this is another graph, and then I mean it's a really great tool. It's a really great tool. It's so visually helpful because there's a lot of searches, there's a lot of information to sift through about what people are looking for, what people want. So it's really helpful. So I'm going to just take one of these so we can pop it over into our Google Doc. Makeup brushes. What makeup brushes for foundation? Oops, I didn't mean to click that. But anyways, you'll click it and it'll come to here. So because it's tailored to help people not only find content to come up with, but it's tailored for people to be able to find answers to their questions. So what makeup brush is good for foundation, right? So this might be for a more intermediate level person because they might have already figured out that they need foundation and now they got to figure out how to put it on. So anyways, okay. So we have these, we have this person, the ice cream scenario, then the makeup artist scenario. I'm going to, once again, stick with the makeup artist. I'm going to come over here to this Google Sheets that I made. And if you want to just get a little bit more organized, here's a quick way of just starting a strategy. Strategy is so important because just putting out content unintentionally will, number one, burn you out, and number two, it will have you speaking to everybody and nobody at the same time. So having an outline of the content that you want to use, a visual outline helps you with cutting or trimming the fat on what actually what you're publishing and putting out. So I'm just going to take this first idea. I'm going to show you how to do this. So what are the best makeup? I'm going to take this first idea and then pop it in there. And then the customer journey phase is, so basically they might be in an awareness phase or consideration phase or decision phase or somewhere along the customer journey. So we're just going to say that this person is maybe in just the consideration phase, right? Knowing where your customer is in their journey is a great way to tailor to, even when you're creating the content, you'll know how to speak to them more. You'll know, if certain terms you use are a shock to them because they're beginners, so they don't know what that means. You might have to explain it more, or they're kind of intermediate level, so you don't have to explain it more, but you have to you can expand on it a little more beyond basic. So anyways, this is the content type. Let's just say this is going to be a blog, right? The synopsis is find and share makeup products that are safe and healthy for people with acne prone skin, right? Okay. The platforms you're going to share this on. This is good because you want to build a map with your content for your audience. Just spreading it around everywhere is not going to always be helpful because they might not be where you put it at. So let's just say you are growing on Instagram. You definitely want to put it on Instagram, or share it rather as a visual on Instagram, and you might want to share it on Twitter, and then if you have a personal blog, yes, of course. And then the publishing date. So let's just say you're going to create the content, you're going to get it out by, today is 9/22, let's just say you're going to get it out by 9/25. And having a date to put it out, number one, sets a deadline for you, and number two, you'll be able to see when all your content is lined up, what got published when, and making sure that if you are wanting to publish content at a certain time or in a certain time frame, maybe like once a week or twice a week, every Wednesday or whatever, that you're sticking to that. You can visually see that. Then your notes might just be, whatever. Make sure, you might want to make sure you include affiliate links. And this I'll talk about later, but this is a double purpose serving piece of content, maybe more than double, triple, quadruple. But we'll get into that later. But this is basically one of the ways that I go and gather some content and then start to structure it and start to build out calendars and strategies and everything like that. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, you can just comment on wherever you see this posted at. It'll be in multiple places because platforms, right? Or you can visit my website, breaklow.com, which I will also leave in the comments. So thank you.